and this is probably the last point I'm gonna make about Blackthorne, because I think he's the reason I didn't feel like Shogun was so awesome.
Yeah,
He's the
me
main
too.
reason. And this is captured beautifully in the whole arc about hanging the dead bird. Up to this point, they're doing a decent job about making me not like this character. So how are we gonna reading him? Right? So is he gonna cook some fabulous meal? Although I should have known white people can cook. I should have known.
I don't know why
I
you
should have
expected
known.
that.
It was just like all over the place. But at least I thought he's gonna have something to offer this culture that they were not expecting, and they were like, "Oh, this is actually good." So he leaves a dead bird. No Haitian would do that.
I
He
think
leaves a
that
dead bird outside.
I think that's what messed it up for you is because you really had positive expectations from that moment. I knew it was gonna end bad. I didn't know it was gonna end that bad, but I knew it was supposed to be to show you how his idea of superiority is actually very inferior because these people don't know how to cook yet or as good as them. I
See,
know
no,
that that's what
legend,
that was. So I'm like,
legend back
and he's a man, he's a pirate. I'm like, what does he know? I didn't think anything good was gonna come out of it. I thought
I
yes,
guess. I guess you're
but
right. No, you're 100% right.
what makes it stupid is because somebody dies because of it.
Somebody dies because of how nonchalant he is about the whole situation.
And then he
It's
blames
like,
them.
dude,
You guys don't care about life. That's why you get rid of life like so easily. And we're like, you know, moving now.
you
Sorry, I was
just
supposed
did.
to speak Creole.
You just messed it up. You just got rid of life
Yeah,
easily by just saying the
exactly.
wrong
It's
thing.
his fault. It's his fault.
It's 100% his fault.
And nobody
And
asked you. Nobody
and
told you. You're like,
you have it there. You follow up that storyline with actually making him cook the thing, which is like disgusting for everybody. Which I could get the levity of that scene, but then you follow that up. Like, how is that leftover chicken? How is that leftover dead bird? Like, did you not cook all of it?
ugh,
Did you cook half of it? Did
I
you
don't
just
even
let
know
it rot there?
exactly.
Like, I don't get it. And then you follow that up by having the guy die because the whole place was getting stinked up. Mariko was telling you that. Mariko was like, "This shit smells. Get rid of it."
No,
You're trying to show
it's
that your culture
it's
is superior.
superiority. It's superiority.
Superiority, right? I think that's the difference between you and I, and you kind of nailed it when you said it. My expectation for him was gonna be like Last Samurai, which I still think they can go that route because now they give him a reason to
I
fight.
think the first 2-3 episodes I thought the same too. But once I realized Toranago really downplayed his value, and I know sometimes it's on purpose, but I realized I'm like, he's really saying in every way, and he actually reveals it at the end. He's entertaining for me. He's just funny. He makes me laugh. That's literally his purpose. That's why they kept him around
I
so
think
long.
there's more to it.
I
I think
think
there's more to it to him.
I think
I
they're going.
still
No,
believe
listen,
that.
they're going to use him
Yes.
for a lot more reasons. But I
Yes.
think the reason why he initially kept him around is just because it's entertaining and it scares his enemies.
Also because he's the only one out of all of them that attempted to save him.
And after
So
that,
he has like he has
he-
two acts that he does that makes his character different from the rest of the people in the sense that like he values life differently than the Japanese, because Japanese value life as in like if you don't respect honor, then you don't need to live. But him, it's like
I could have
F
agreed
honor.
with you. I could have agreed with you to show you how deep that part is. I think he's appreciative that he saved his life, and he's like, okay, I don't have to get rid of you.
Remember the
because of it.
teaching how to
But
swim moment?
I remember, but remember at the end. Now I don't know if it's in the last episode or the episode that you saw. At the end, he says, "Oh, Mariko made the deal for your life." Because in the exchange after everything happened, they were just gonna keep him because he's not technically part of the crew or the clan. So they're like,
No.
oh, he's just. So they're like, okay,
I mean, the
y'all
name
can keep,
itself means
yeah,
stranger.
yeah, you can keep him, you can keep him. So they're like, the enemy was gonna take him and then kill him. And Americo, before dying, made a deal with the Portuguese. They get to make their church if they guarantee to keep him. Because remember, he was anti the Portuguese. They're like, and the people doing a church, they're like, okay, if you give him good passage back to Taranago and don't kill him off, then we'll make sure that we'll still give you the church and allow you to come and establish your Christianity if you guarantee him to go through and go back to Taranago. And Taranago knows like if it was for him, he could have died off too. He's like, it's not him. He's not the one
Oh,
that
I
saved his
know.
life. So just to show you, even towards the end, he's like, I understand how I can use you, but you're not. I'm not holding you for the future yet. I can use you, but I don't need you, and I'm not making any plans to keep you.
I still think that's a manipulative way of Toranaga just making everybody around him think that they're not necessary. I think it's a manipulative tactic.
And that would have to be heavily, explicitly explained in the future episodes.
I think most of Toranaga action explains that already.
I think now they have no
Not
choice.
not necessarily towards him. Maybe you could argue that, but every action that Toranaga takes is like,
yes,
nobody suspects it.
Obviously, and I accept that. But now it's like you said, are they going to introduce other characters? Or are they just going to be Blackthorne and Toranaga? Like,
who's going to be Mariko? They have to.
Between
Blackthorne and Toranaga, I'm done.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, because you already kind of focused me on 3 characters, so you got to give me a third one. You're not gonna. Exactly. I mean, you can. Good writing is gonna overrule anything.
But Blackthorne is not strong enough to be the second. Usually it's Toranaga and the enemy's king,
the enemy
or leader,
which she's kind of forgettable. Because I think the real enemy is the queen.
Yes, she's the one that has the motive, and she's the one plotting. She's the one
manipulating everything behind the scenes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good show.
I mean, good show.
No.
Good show.
It's worth it.
It's a worthy watch. My take on it is that there's not a good character for me to stay behind to be like, oh my God, like, look at what you like. When was an awesome moment for you? Like a moment you could be like, yeah, like, man, I want to root for that guy.
I think those moments are so short-lived, and I don't mind it because I think it's sometimes too on the nose. When we won, now we're chilling, and then there's peace, because I think it's all war. It was just quiet until it gets loud. So it just really goes like this, and it gets more dangerous progressively throughout the season. And because of Toranaga's strategy, we never think we're winning anything.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm like, damn, he's really dead. He's Jesus, damn,
Yeah.
It's really what it is, but it's well done.
My most memorable scene is still about that dead bird. Like, that's my most memorable scene of the entire show.
That's funny.
I was so annoyed by the whole thing. Like, it just hurt.
No. It's really annoying. It's really annoying.
Really, and I understand what they were trying to say with it. I get it. The whole life is fragile. Things you say could affect people. You're not as civilized as you think you are. There's a lot to say. I get that. But man, could we have said it differently?
Yeah, I don't think he had to die.
I don't think it needed to be about cooking.
Like, leave the food alone. What did the food do?
Leave the food alone. Like, dude, if you were gonna tell me you're more civilized, you cannot say that food was your first thing.